Hello everyone, happy 4th of July, and today I've got a game that involves fireworks. It can be played with 2 to 6 players, and it's on a hex board, so there's a center hex and 4 rings around. First, every player must pick a starting corner, and then during their turn, they must move one to one adjacent hex. They need to collect the firework items that are on the ground, and the first to collect 10 fireworks in their inventory will win. Fireworks are placed randomly, and if there are 2 players, 1 will be on the board at all times. If there are 3 or 4, there will be 2, and if there's 5 or 6, there will be 3 fireworks. They are always placed randomly, and whenever one is collected, another one is generated to replenish the deficit. Now, at first, you might think that this game is purely luck based because there's no way to control where the fireworks end up, and it's completely random who will be able to be closer. However, imagine this situation. You are player 3 and you want this firework. You can launch a firework at player 2 westward and it pushes player 2 away. Now you're going to be closer to that firework. Now in this case, player 2 happens to be near another firework, but if there's no fireworks nearby, this can help you get a lead. In this case, it helps player 3 get a firework. This mechanic of launching fireworks can be very helpful because one, it ensures the game isn't entirely luck based, and the strategy means that notice how here all the players are in a line. So it is actually possible to push multiple players at once. Here, if I launch the firework northwest, both players get pushed to the edge. How fireworks work is they push everything. Launched fireworks push firework items and players as far as possible in the direction they are launched. The final special mechanic is the ability to jump over players. Now imagine you were in a corner and there were 3 other players taking away all of your adjacent squares to move to. I'm going to zoom in. Pretend there was a player here and 3 players over here, and this was you. Normally, you would be stuck. However, to prevent stalemates and other possible issues relating to there being no legal moves, you can also jump over other players. So in this case, notice how player 3 has the ability to jump over player 2. This way, because of the ability to jump, one, it adds yet another layer of strategy, as in this case, player 2 can jump over player 3 to get to the firework faster. So you have to be careful of that ability to jump when racing towards a firework in a game perhaps with more players. Like if there's 6 players, you can use that to your advantage, the ability to jump, but you also have to make sure it isn't used by someone else to their advantage. It also makes stalemates impossible. I'm going to prove that they're impossible. The place where you would have the least legal moves, and therefore it would be most likely to be stalemated, is at a corner. Now, normally there would be only 3 legal moves, but let's say all of those are covered. Because of the ability to jump, you could still have 3 more moves by jumping over them. The only way to be trapped is if all 6 of these places are blocked, so you cannot jump. However, 6 players would be needed to block 1 player, and that would be a 7-player game. Since at most there can be 6 players, this means you can never be stuck, thanks to the ability to jump. I hope you enjoyed this game. Maybe give it a try on your own, try playing it. And if you find any flaws in this game, perhaps the strategy isn't as deep as I'm imagining, or maybe there's an issue or a bug, please let me know in the comments below. The source code for this game will be available on my GitHub, and it'll be linked in the description. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video, and happy July 4th to you.